May I have your attention, please, all rise. Lawrence County Municipal Court is now in session. The Honorable Governor Capper presiding. All those having business before the court draw near, you shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Sorry for the late start, but we had some cases that had to be discussed in chambers before we start court today. So we're going to do reviews now, so you'll get called if you have a review to come up before the court to stand on the table to your right. If you don't get called, think you should have been called, you'll have to check in with the clerk to make sure you're put on the docket. Call the reviews. Kaylee
Bennett, Corey Brewer, Reese Frazier, Cynthia Gannon, John Guido, Brandon Helton, Trevor Hodge.
Kaylee Bennett, 20, 26, 81, 21, 22, 80, 22, 1604, 22, 170. Kaylee Bennett. Kaylee Bennett has been called, is not appeared, so it'll be a warrant for failure to appear. Corey Brewer, 25-186. It's for an ODI. All I'm showing you does pay $100.
Yes, so far.
Back in custody. We've made it in the hands of the sheriff. It's unacceptable. You're going into custody. Reese Frazier, 2558.
Results will be on.
Reese Frazier. Okay.
I have a report.
You have a report. Was it the counseling center still here?
Can I approach?
Yes.
Okay, sent this to me. Well, this is the last one.
Okay, thank you.
And I have not heard any different.
No, it says you're doing better, so I assume that means there was some requirement to improve your counseling, and it does say you're doing that. You've got 40 hours of community service and fines and costs. You haven't done anything. Is that all right, Mr. Frazier?
Yeah, this week, we planned on going to the courthouse. I just got my community sheet from my case manager.
Okay. Well, this has to be taken care of. Let's see your judgment entry. Yeah, we're coming up on a year. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm going to order that if you're not totally finished by the next hearing, you have to appear in person. No appearing by teleconference. So you were supposed to have some community service done before this hearing, and you haven't got any done.
Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he was told to appear today if he didn't have community service done.
All right, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. If you don't want to get arrested, you need to come in as soon as possible. Otherwise, there'll be a warrant outstanding for your arrest. Come on a court day. Turn yourself in, or you're subject to getting arrested. Cynthia Gannon, 25-537.
Your Honor, if I may, she did come and speak to me this morning and said she had done some community service in Ireland and is supposed to be running me proof of it.
Okay.
Your Honor, it should be in the file.
Okay, yeah, there is a form from our municipal showing. Please mute your microphone. People that are on teleconference, mute your microphone until you're called. Okay. Okay, it's a good report, says you're highly motivated. Do you have a payment on your funds today?
Yeah,
Okay, how much is that?
at least 50.
50? See the clerk to make your payment. And continue on with your counseling. You're not, they don't say you're finished. It says you're making good progress, so continue to do that. And I'll give you another review hearing date. Does it matter if it's Mondays or Fridays?
Fridays are better.
Fridays are better?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm actually going to go into June for you then.
Okay.
I'll make it June 5th. That's the first Friday in June. June 5th will be your next review hearing. 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you.
See the clerk.
All right, thank you.
John Guido, 2590-44.
Sir.
Son of OBI. I've got a letter from the counseling center saying you completed outpatient services.
Yes, sir. I've got my community service set up to go through SIOTA too, where I don't have a license right now.
Okay, you were supposed to have it before today.
Yes, I just got the paperwork for it about a week and a half ago, and I called, I believe his name's Officer Meyer, the probation officer here, to ask permission to do it through SIOTA. I'm waiting until Saturday evening to fill it out, and Sunday morning I'll be starting it.
You have a payment on your funds today.
I paid on it last night. I paid $100 online.
Okay. I'll set you for June the 5th also as your next hearing, June 5th.
9 a.m.?
9 a.m. will be your next review hearing. You get it finished, you don't have to come in.
I was meaning to ask, can I, if I do have to report again, can I do video court right
As
on?
long as you're doing something, you can't appear by teleconference if you haven't done anything.
Understood.
Brandon Helton.
Thank you.
Brandon Helton is 21, 35, 85, 23, 18. You're supposed to have community service done by today also. He's not appeared today. He is warrant for not appearing today.
Your Honor, he was at community service today, he was ordered to be here.
Okay. Trevor Hodge. It's 2378 and 79 is at RRS. Currently in sober living. Tests were good. And got a job. Okay. All sounds good. Done your community service, you're just working, finishing your final off and your counseling. Okay. Anything you want to tell me?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, good job. I'll set you for June the 1st.
I will be paying the remainder of my fines off today at like 2 o'clock online.
Very good. We'll just need to finish up your counseling.
Gotcha.
June 1st is your next hearing. 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Aaron Kidd, Ryan Lively, Angel McCollum, Sean Miller, David Moore, Mary Morris.
Okay, Aaron Kidd is case number 053014. Oh, this is the one we're gonna check on the,
Your Honor, I do believe that it's exactly what I had talked to him. I've spoken to him before.
okay.
I put a face with the name now.
All right, so Mr. Kidd, I'm gonna finish your case up. Your case is complete. No more to review. You're free to go. Case is completed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ryan Lively, 25, 21, 28. Ryan Lively is here, and have you done the driver intervention program yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I got my certificate with me for
Yeah,
that.
with you? Okay.
Yep.
I don't see one in the file, so. Okay. We'll make a copy of that for the file, give you the original back.
There is a copy of it in there. Should be
Okay.
a
So
copy
Mr.
already.
Cooper, you can take a copy. Community service.
I still need to do that, sir. I
See
plan
that.
on.
When are you gonna do it? I guess I'll say, when are you gonna do it?
I'll start it tomorrow morning.
All right, very good. Oh, and generally, let me announce to everybody that has community service obligations or even fines, we give people credit if you do community service, if after you've completed what you're ordered to do, you do extra, it'll go toward your fine, $50 a day.
Okay.
On May the 2nd, there's 2 townships that are doing cleanup day, and to encourage people to come out, we're giving double credit. So you either get 2 days credit toward your community service for coming that one day, or you get $100 off your final cost for coming that one day.
Okay.
So 7:30 a.m., May the 2nd, you come right here, and we'll get you to where you need to go. It'll either be Union Township or Rome Township. They both have a cleanup day that day.
Okay.
Okay, so let's, are you paying anything on your phone?
I paid $50 this morning.
Online?
Yes.
Okay, you're working
Yes.
Mondays or Fridays for your hearings?
Fridays preferably.
June 5th at 9 o'clock is your next one. June 5th, 9 a.m.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Angela McCall, 25,538. She's restoring hope. And it looks like she's doing what she needs to be doing, so it's a good report. Do we have a time frame for her finishing up? Anything on that, or have they given you a time frame?
No, as far as I know of, I worked my fines off and I finished my community service.
Well, I meant your treatment.
Oh, no, I don't, there's really no set time.
Okay. How long have you been at restoring hope? Recall when you
Beginning
started
of
doing it?
December of last year.
December?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that's not an unreasonable time frame then, so let's continue. You've done everything else, all you have to do is do your counseling. So I'm going to set you for June 12th. June 12th, I'm going to write that date down, that's a Friday, at 9 a.m. for your next day. You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Sean Miller, 24, 739, 24, 23, 65, and just fine. So you don't have any community service left, and you're at hometown?
Yes, sir. She got my report. She's back there.
Okay. We have a report from hometown. pretty good?
Yes, sir.
Has a job?
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about things?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
My life's finally going better. I feel better. Things are going good.
Good. All right, well, let's continue. Still have some fines to pay, and can you pay anything on your fines today?
I don't get my first check till this coming Wednesday, so.
Okay, well, your sobriety's the main goal.
But as soon as I do, I'll make
Looks good.
As soon as I do, I'll make a little payment toward
Okay.
it. Or I might start doing community service my days off.
June 5th will be your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. David Moore. $25,135. Have a report from RRS. Good report says you're compliant.
Yes, sir.
You still have some community service to do and fines to pay.
Yes, sir. I just turned in community service hours to Josh this morning,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and then I plan on this upcoming week. I have a few days off work, so I plan on completing my community service out. So,
All right. Mondays or Fridays?
Fridays work best.
June 12th. June 12th is a Friday, 9 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mary Morrison, 25,171. She's at Southern Hope. Says you're compliant, have a job now.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Thank you.
Can you pay anything on your fine?
I will as soon as I get my first check, Your Honor.
You only owe $25, so I'm showing, so. You can work it off, or half a day gets you where you need to go.
Okay, I'm off this Saturday.
Okay. Set your next hearing for June 12th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Judith Napier, Kirsten Shipman, Alexis Smith, Jared Stover, Shania Westmoreland.
Judith Napier, 2747. Is that Southern Hope?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, it's a good report. It says great attitude, great mindset. Okay, community service is done. You owe fines, you can work those off too if you want. You heard what I said about the May 2nd date, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you paying anything today, or?
No, we're.
She's not working, we're filing disability, and
Okay.
we're trying to find some remote opportunities because of her health issues.
June 12th will be your next hearing.
So, if I can get a piece of paper stating like how much I owe and my number and stuff, my grandma's supposed to be paying some for my birthday,
Okay.
but she won't do it unless I have proof.
Go to probation, and they'll print you off on something showing it.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Go see Mr. Major in probation. Kirsten Shipman. She'll need to go to the clerk's office. Mr. Major's not here, so go to the clerk's office. Kirsten Shipman, 23,698. Good report. Good job. You still have fines and costs to pay and community service, so we can wait on that.
Yeah, I turned in a paper with some community service on it today.
That is correct.
Okay, good. June 12th will be your next hearing, 9 o'clock. June 12th. Alexis Smith, 193668. She's at the counseling center. Got a report from the counseling center. Her report from counseling centers acceptable, you have your community service and funds and that.
I was gonna ask you, so the issue I have that's stopping me from like making progress right now is my only days off work are Friday and Saturday, and Fridays I have group and appointments with my case manager and things, and that takes like all day, and then I get my daughter Friday evenings until Saturday night, and I don't want to give up my Saturdays with my daughter to do the community service because it's the only days I get with her. So my case manager told me to ask you today if you would consider completing me from the program so that I can have my Fridays free to start doing the community service. They said they would complete me, but they wanted to hear it from you that I could be completed.
That doesn't sound right to me because that's not usually the way it works. I don't tell the program managers when to complete you.
Well, I told them that I wasn't sure if I was like allowed to be completed until I was off probation because I thought that's how it worked.
No, that's not how it works. You're completed when they believe that your recovery is complete.
Well, because
you're going to stay in recovery, that you're not going to relapse. And I leave that to the program managers. I don't make that determination, so I'm not going to tell them to complete you.
Okay.
Well, they tell me when they feel like you're completed.
Well, it'll probably say that next time then, because I've been in treatment for 13 months now, and they've like mentioned completing me like several times, but I just didn't think that I was able to be completed yet because of this.
Okay. No. This is an older case, so I just want to make sure that when you go back out in the community, that you're going to be okay and that you're not going to relapse. I mean, you mentioned you've got a small child, so that has to be a factor. And our community is overrun. I mean, if you're out there unsupported, you have to be strong enough to turn down methamphetamine. I mean, that's the #1 drug in our community. It's very accessible. And you got to quit hanging out with people that used to supply it to you and your friends that are using. So I want to make sure you're able to be successful. And when they tell me they think you're there, then I'll say, okay, you don't need to go to treatment anymore. But you still have fines and court costs. You paid $50 out of $670 that you had in fine and court costs.
My paycheck I get loaded this morning after I was already here, so I can pay some of it today.
Okay. The main thing is your sobriety. I want you to be clean and sober. But having a drug problem doesn't get you out of your other problems. So if you got fines and court costs, you still got to pay them, even though you went to treatment. That's part of treatment, taking care of the other problems that it caused. So you got fines and court costs and community service. You still have to do that. I mean, I'm willing to wait and let people get clean, but it's not like a get out of jail free card that it waives everything that you've ever done. It does not. You still have to take care of everything that's still pending. So let's keep working on it. Okay, next hearing, June 5th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jared Stover. Is that RRS 25501, 24469, 261920. I've got a report from RRS. It says you're compliant and your screens are good. And it looks like on some of your other counseling, you're just kind of getting set up. It says goal setting, initial needs assessment, transition planning worksheets, those sort of things. It looks like you're compliant. Okay, can you pay anything on your fines today?
I paid $100 Wednesday, I believe. They put it on my, whatever the oldest case is on there.
This was yes, it is reported. Okay, June 5th will be your next hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are 9 o'clock, June 5th. Shania Westmore is here. 18228. Fines are paid, you just have 2 days of community service left to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna come on that May 2nd, like you said. You said it's double day, right?
May 2nd. Come here to the court. Next hearing will be June 5th. You get it done, you don't have to come in. June 5th, 9 o'clock. That finishes the review.
Arraignment.
We're going to start the arraignments next. So, people that have arraignments need to come in the courtroom. That's the first hearing on a case, or if you missed the hearing before.
State of Ohio versus Frankie James Muny, case number TRC 26653, A and B.
Okay, you're Frankie Muny.
Yes.
Mr. Muny, it's alleged on April the 19th at 3:54 a.m. in Perry Township that you were driving a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol and tested 19 on a breath test.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's alleged this is a first offense for you. On a first offense, the maximum penalty, which is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine, 3-year license suspension. The minimum penalty is now $565, 1-year license suspension. And 3 days in treatment program. You're also charged with failure to control your vehicle. That's a minor misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand the charges?
I do.
Do you understand your rights?
I do.
Well, I don't think I explained them. So let me back up and explain the rights defendants have, which is something you probably heard. Many times, it's called the Miranda warnings. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you do make statements here in the court, Everything's being recorded, it's on the record, so there's no protection for it. It can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney. What you tell an attorney is privileged, and what you say in your open court is not privileged. You have a right to have an attorney appointed if you cannot afford an attorney. You have a right to have bail and to make the state of Ohio prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
I do.
How do you wish to plead to these charges?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting they're true. One thing I didn't explain to you, which I should have, your test score, and it may change your plea because of this, your test score actually is considered, even though it's a first offense, it's considered a high test score. So that does change the minimum. I told you the wrong minimum. There is a mandatory 3-day jail sentence for a test score above 170, even on a first offense. So, you still want to enter a guilty plea even though there's a mandatory jail sentence?
Yes.
Are you sure? This is something you need to be sure about because it's serious business. And if you're not sure, I didn't say this, and sometimes I do, and my instructions say, if you don't know what to do, if you're not sure, not guilty is always the safest plea. You can change your plea later, but if you want to talk to a lawyer, you need to enter a not guilty plea today. So how do you want to proceed?
Not guilty.
Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Say that again, please.
Do you want a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Are you working?
Yes.
What do you do?
Work at Vertiv in Ironton.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes.
Well, how much per hour?
18.
$18 an hour? You working full-time?
Yes.
So 40 hours a week?
Yes.
Do you have children you're supporting?
No.
You're a single person?
Yes.
Okay, then you're making too much money. I can't appoint a lawyer for you. You'll have to hire a lawyer on your own. So I'll give you some time to do that. Because you're making over $35,000 a year, right, gross?
Yes.
I'll put down that you will hire a lawyer. Entering a not guilty plea for you. I'm going to let you sign a signature bond of $1,000. So what that means is I'm letting you guarantee your own appearance. You're saying, Judge, I promise I'll come to court when I'm ordered to, or if I don't, I know I'll get a warrant and I have to pay $1,000 as a penalty. So just come to court, you don't have to post any money. Not setting any pre-trials until you'll need to be fingerprinted. So if I give you today, a little over 3 weeks, you think that's enough time for you to get a lawyer?
Yes.
So I'm going to set it for May the 18th. Will be your next hearing, May 18th. It'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. And you'll need to go to the jail to get fingerprinted. You weren't taken to the jail when this happened?
No.
Okay, so you have to go to the jail, get fingerprinted, and that needs to be in your file before you come back to court on May the 18th. And you are under a license suspension. If you take the test over the per se level, which is 8, they're saying you tested 19, there's an automatic license suspension that goes into it. Do you have any questions?
No.
May the 18th, 10 o'clock, unless your lawyer says they made arrangements for a different date, you come in.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Whitley, case number CRB 26228.
You're Joseph Whitley.
I am. What'd you do to your hand?
I'm sorry?
Your hand.
Oh, I broke it. The bail's going to bring you a copy of the charge.
Okay. I've already paid my bail. I do have some paperwork here where I am in voluntary treatment. I have my cousin who pressed the charges right here. He would like to speak to you for a second, if that's okay.
You cannot speak to me, but you can speak to the prosecutor. If you want to come up and talk to the prosecutor, you can.
Please, there's copies of each.
This is Elliot Whitley.
Yes, sir.
Speak to Mr. Fields, the prosecuting attorney.
Yeah, she read a statement as well. Yes. That is my release from the hospital the day I was released from jail, and also my most recent therapy session on Monday. They think that I might have something called BPD. They're starting on a new medicine. It's borderline personality disorder. And I already did pay my bill, like I said. It should already be posted. Gary Soward's $200 was his fee.
Yeah, okay, that's bond, that's not a bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're doing Simon's cousin. We noticed that they also made statements to the prosecuting attorney to get the charges dropped from domestic assault to simple battery.
So, Your Honor, I have Elliot Whitley and Kelly Whitley here, who are, Kelly is his spouse, and Elliot is a cousin.
Yes.
And they both have great concern for Joseph. And Kelly has an administrative position with Valley Health, and that is where Joseph is treated. We want him to continue to do that. It sounds like he already has a relationship with Valley Health. Ultimately, this is kind of a family thing. We want to make sure that things are okay between everybody in the family.
Can I say one more thing, Judge?
Sir, no.
Sorry.
So what we,
out of turn.
I don't know whether, was he already arraigned the other day or something?
No, he has not been arraigned. He's just been telling me things before I've.
Oh, okay.
I will let you talk with them, and then I'm going to arraign him if you're not going to dismiss the case.
We're not going to dismiss the case, but we just want to make sure that things are okay with him.
All right, so Mr. Whitley, you need to listen up and let me get through this. You have, you heard me give the rights of defendants, correct? So you understand your rights? Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
You've been charged with assault. It's a first-degree misdemeanor under Ohio law. The case alleges that on April the 20th of this year, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Elliot C. Whitley. So that's an assault charge. Carries the maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that charge?
I do.
How do you wish to plead to the charge?
Not guilty.
Do you wish to have a lawyer appointed to represent you?
No. I think it's going to get thrown out.
Okay, well, that...
Yes, I do. I would like a lawyer. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll appoint Mr. Morford to represent you. Entering a not guilty plea. As I take it, he has a bond up with Mr. Soward, so I'll continue that. But I'm going to add the additional condition that you continue to get treatment. And do you need these records back?
No, those are yours.
Okay, I'll leave them in the file. Continue with mental health counseling and whatever medical treatment you need, which is a condition of your bond. And then we'll come back for a pretrial. So the 15th or after, Mr. Morford?
Judge, I'm at your convenience.
Okay. Does the state have a preference for a pretrial? Mr. Hill?
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Do you have a preference for a pretrial date?
Whatever's at the court's convenience.
May 15th? May 15th will be the pretrial at 10 o'clock.
We just want to make sure he's going to be.
15th, Judge.
Yes, May 15th. That's a Friday. No protection order, I take it from what they said. They don't want protection. Okay. No protection order issued.
And what's the date, Your Honor?
May 15th. Continue with your treatment and be back here on May the 15th.
Sure. Just get a report, have a written report with it too.
Thank you, Judge. Yes, sir. Thank you.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Christopher W. Roadcap, case number CRC 23646, CRC 211172, A, B, and C.
All right, Mr. Roadcap, it's alleged you missed a review hearing.
Yes, sir.
That last review hearing was
Monday.
on the 20th, okay. Do you have an explanation?
I forgot what day it was.
I'm sorry?
I forgot what day it was.
Okay,
But I did pay 20 on my fines today.
okay, I see that too. All right, no warrant will issue. I'll set your next hearing for May 29th. May 29th will be your next review hearing.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, May 29th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Robert Meka, case number CRA 26226.
Yes. Thank you. Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And you're Robert Wineka?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Wineka, you were charged with possession of cocaine. Were you here when I explained the rights of defendants?
Huh?
Were you here when I explained the rights of defendants?
I was, thank you.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
The possession of cocaine charge is a felony of the 5th degree. It carries a maximum penalty of a year in jail and $2,500 fine. The state's alleging that at Perry Township, April the 15th of this year, you knowingly were in possession of cocaine or a compound containing cocaine. That's a Schedule II substance under Ohio law. Do you understand the charge and the possible penalty?
Yes.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
Yeah, no.
Are you working?
No.
Do you have any income?
Yes.
What is that?
Social Security.
You're retired or disability?
Retired.
How much do you get a month?
$15K.
1,500 or 15?
Oh, 100, I'm sorry.
1,500, okay. That'd be a lot of Social Security if you got 15,000.
I'd be doing all right.
Yeah. All right, I'll appoint Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
Mr. Smith is here. We'll have him come in the courtroom.
Hi, Judge.
Good morning. This is Robert Wineka, and he has a
Good morning.
felony 5 possession charge. State's, and he's got a Pedro, Ohio address. What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Wineka?
Well, Your Honor, given the circumstances, in order for us to recommend an OR bond, we'd like to have Mr. Wineka be assessed for treatment and follow the recommendations.
Judge, he has an Ohio medical card. He's not opposed to being assessed for
Okay.
treatment.
Well, you're the treatment provider. I'm starting my new program
Oh, yes,
here.
yes.
Now, I'm assuming he may not have any minor children to disclose.
You don't have any kids that are
But from
minors.
now on, I'm going to require, if you want to go to treatment in this court and stay in this court rather than go to the grand jury, you're going to tell me about your kids and what school they're in, because they're affected by your substance use. If you're not agreeable to doing that, you go on down to the grand jury and deal with the common police judges, because you're not serious about getting clean. Because the schools have counselors and people that can intervene to help them, because we know kids that are in a family that have substance use problems are more likely to abuse substances, and we need to intervene with them as early as possible. So that's going to be a policy of this court. If you don't want to disclose that, you're going to the common police and deal with those judges down there. Who can send you to prison if you mess up? I can't send you to prison for this court. So, that's the way it's going to be.
Yes, sir. I will
want you to meet with him.
Yes.
Do you have a medical card?
Ohio.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you ever been to treatment before?
No?
You have not. Are you a veteran?
No, sir.
Okay. As a veteran administration has some facilities, treatment facilities also that are quite good. Okay. Would you rather go, are you a person that goes to Ironton or Chesapeake?
Chesapeake.
Okay, RRS. There's kind of a mystical dividing line in Lawrence County. People on one side go to Huntington, and people on the other side go to
That's my
Ironton.
legal system.
The two don't meet anywhere in the middle.
Call him, visit you in the office.
I want you to talk to Jeremy from RRS. I need that document signed.
This is you.
So here's the way it works, Mr. Meka. If you stay in this court, you won't go to the common police court. You won't get indicted. You won't have a risk of going to prison. But you have to do your part by going to treatment and get clean. Get clean.
Oh.
Don't use cocaine anymore or any other illegal substances.
No way.
Okay. So we're on the same page there, right? You're going to do it.
Absolutely, sir.
You talk to Jeremy. He's from the treatment facility, RRS. They're located here in Chesapeake. And then you'll come back in front of me periodically. If you're doing good, eventually you can get your case thrown out. Till you don't have an indictment, you don't have a charge of a felony, you have no risk of going to prison.
Thank you.
That'd be a win-win, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
And you get clean in the process.
Yes, sir.
And Your Honor, I will go through this form with him once he's assessed. Is there a comeback date we have?
I'm going to go ahead and give you a date.
Okay, assuming he'll assess, yes.
And then if there's issues, you can come back. I'm going to let him sign a $2,000 signature bond.
You signed a bond, did you promise to come back on what?
And he was, I assume, fingerprinted because he was at the jail. Looks like they released him from the
Did they
jail.
take your fingerprints at the jail? Like on
They
the
should.
computer?
I didn't go to jail.
You didn't go to jail?
Well, you need to now to get fingerprinted,
Okay.
and they'll give you a form.
Okay, he's
I
going to
can
need
do
to
that.
go do that.
Don't believe I'll
Yes,
bring you a
don't-
copy of this and tell you what you need to do.
You're going to take, and you know who's going to talk to you, the treatment provider's going to talk to you. I'm going to talk, the treatment provider, Jeremy. is gonna
May the
talk.
8th? I know you only have
I'm
certain
sorry, yeah,
days.
Judge, the 4th, 8th, and 18th are bad in May, any other time.
4th, 8th, and 14th?
And the 4th, 8th, and 18th are bad.
18th.
Yes,
Let's do the 11th.
I can do that.
Okay, May the 11th, that's about the last case I need to put there because it's getting pretty booked up. May 11th for preliminary hearing at 10 o'clock, and there's a time waiver for them.
Yes, sir, I'll wait time.
Well, that form also now says we
Oh.
wait time, but put it on the record.
I'll sign it. It's on that form.
And it's got a place for council to sign
Oh,
also.
you don't print it anymore? Don't we double wait?
Not on this.
We're
I got you.
saving some trees,
Saving some.
Saving some
Yeah.
trees.
maybe. Probably not.
Yeah, quarter point, there's my information.
Those forms 3 days.
You'll have a seat out here. I'll come out and talk to you in just a few minutes. I got a copy of your file and do a couple of things, but plus you can't
Okay,
check
we've
into
got
the
Mr.
fingerprint
Stratton on
card.
the teleconference, we're going to take.
Are we done?
Yeah, for now, just wait in the lobby for you.
State of Ohio versus Ty Manor. Case number CRB 2447.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
If you wait in the lobby, have you talked to him, I'll be right out.
All right, I had this brought before me today because I got a message from Shawnee that things were not smooth with Mr. Maynard, who's there for counseling. So I asked him to bring him in today. And I take it there's going to be a report that I have here. The issue with the protection order is over the incident that's pending in Scioto County?
Correct.
Is that court going to be okay with him changing? Are they ordered?
So that's a different person's court. I'm not aware of that answer. I can find out for you.
I would think they need to be notified also.
Yes.
Was that part of his bond there too, that he can remain in treatment?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's always better to raise it yourself than let them find out on their own that you didn't report it to them. So that's my attitude. Somebody comes in and tells me there's an issue, we want to address it, I want to be right with the court. I'm going to handle that a lot differently than when I find out because you didn't tell me there's a problem with the treatment. So. Well, one of the things that concerns me, as I understand, maybe the verbal report's going to be different, but I'm just reading from this report that says Kai's presentation within group settings over the past week has raised clinical concern. Facilitating clinicians report he's displayed negative attitude, made comments that contributed to destructive group dynamic. So what's that about?
As far as I knew, like everything was going fine. The only disruption was whenever said person showed up and I had to leave group, but nothing was said in a negative light. They came to me yesterday and asked me about the outpatient and said they were completing me to transfer to outpatient.
Okay, is that correct?
Your Honor?
Yes.
In my discussion with Shawnee, that report maybe doesn't say exactly what's in his clinical notes. I spoke with the gentleman there about his clinical notes and what was reflected in that, and it doesn't necessarily reflect all that bad stuff they're talking about. And Kai's attitude is really good. I mean, we've experienced in the past where he's had a bad attitude or just down on himself. He's got a great attitude and is pretty upbeat. So he's a little surprised by the report himself.
Okay.
That is correct, Your Honor.
So he is being recommended to go to outpatient now?
So that report makes him seem like, he's doing terrible. And the report that they gave me Monday and the report that they gave me Friday don't align. So I went into his chart myself. There are a couple negative things in there, but nothing to the extent to that report.
Okay. But the bottom line is he is okay to go to outpatient or closer to home.
They want to complete him Monday and send him out.
And I assume you are okay with that. But I think you need, knowing his history like I do, which I know very, very well, I want you to be an outpatient.
Yes, sir. I've already lined up outpatient before. That was part of the recommendation for me being completed.
Where do you want to go?
It's OVP in Proctorville's already been set.
We'll try that. Here's my concern. Maybe the cause of the problems in the past is gone now, which I understand. That could be the case.
Yes, sir.
Every time you've gone home before, it's always been a big problem.
Yes, sir.
And I just don't want there to be a relapse or a big problem when you go home this time. So I know that one of the persons that may have caused that is out of the picture and is going to be out of the picture for several years.
Yes, sir.
My understanding. So we've had discussion about your child and your responsibility, and I think you agree with me. That's got to be your main focus.
Absolutely, sir.
Being a father to your child. And you can't be a father to your child if you're using drugs.
Yes, sir.
Agree with that?
Yes, sir.
So we gotta do whatever it takes to keep you clean and sober. So I'm okay with you going to OVP Proctorville on an outpatient basis. You're gonna be going back and live with your mom and your baby?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I still wanna see you, not because I wanna torture you or cause problems. I want you to be successful. And I feel like when you feel like you have to account to me, that makes you more likely to stay on the straight and narrow than if I just cut you loose and say, okay, see you later, you're done. Because I think you still need some help.
Yes, sir.
You've done well, you did well in inpatient with some, we've had some ups and downs, which is not totally unusual, but you're close to getting finished up, so don't mess it up now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so outpatient, I might start looking for a job probably.
Yes, sir. I've been in contact. I believe I already have employment lined up.
Great.
So,
Good. So I want to set in for another review to see what OVP is going to tell me about his outpatient counseling in about a month. Do you know what your schedule is, Mr. Stratton?
I'm good, Your Honor. I think the 18th of May is a bad day, but besides that, I'm good.
Okay, let's do May 22nd.
May what? I'm sorry?
May 22nd, the Friday of that week. You say you can't be here on the 18th, but May 22nd is the Friday of that week.
That'll be good.
Okay, so it's about a month out. May 22nd is your next hearing. Mr. Maynard, go and do good. Come back with a good report.
yes, sir.
Okay, I'll see you in a month.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Clinton Haas, case number CRA 26106. Your Honor, this is set for an arraignment on failure to appear. Mr. Stratton is the attorney.
All right, Mr. Stratton, you're representing Mr. Haas. He was supposed to be here on Monday, so, and was supposed to be at RRS outpatient. I don't think that happened, did it?
Yeah, he never showed up for his assessment at all.
I had the dates mixed up. He said the 15th, I'd like to say the 18th. The 18th, so on Saturday, I didn't realize it until.
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk. Is it okay, Mr. Stratton? We have him reassessed by RRS and come back and decide what to do?
I've been trying to talk to, get a hold of my lawyer too, so I need to talk to him.
There he is.
A few things.
He's on the, do you want to talk, do you have a phone with you?
Yes, as soon as I get out, I'll call. I shoot the clerks.
You have his phone number?
Yeah, clerks give me the number. I think it's the right one.
Well, let's
I'll talk to him here in a minute, Your Honor.
Okay, you talk to your lawyer, talk to the treatment provider, and when that's both accomplished, we'll come back, decide what we're gonna do. So we'll recall your case later in the document.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Heather Simpkins, case number CRB 2654.
Heather Simpkins is set for pretrial and is here. Mr. Stratton is on teleconference. She's at RRS.
Yep.
I have a report. Sounds like she's missed a lot of appointments.
She got another week actually driving pick clients up. Our last screen, she did, it was good for everything, negative on everything, but the one before,
Well, the very last couple of sentences from what I'm seeing is they're saying if you don't improve, then they're going to recommend you go inpatient.
Correct.
Okay. What do you say?
I'll do better.
Mr. Stratton, anything you want to say?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's make it not a full month then. I want to see you back. Let's do that 22nd day, May 22nd.
Okay.
And we'll get a report from RRS, and if there's still a lot of problems, I'm going to make you go to an inpatient program.
Yes.
Okay. May 22nd, 10 o'clock.
Mr. Stratton, you okay with the waiver, time waiver?
Yes, I'm okay with the time waiver.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Christopher McAllister, case number CRA 2720, CRB 2721.
And this was on the docket today. There's a felony and some misdemeanors pending, so were you, or did you go to OVP?
Yeah.
You finished there?
Yep.
Okay. What's going on now?
I gotta go.
Taking any treatment now?
I gotta go do treatment on now.
Outpatient at OVP? Which one you want to?
One in Huntington.
20th Street? Well, there's nobody here from OVP today to give me a report.
Is there a report from OVP?
There is not. Do you have one? Did they give you one?
Yeah, I got a graduation slip I don't have with me.
Okay, well, let's have him come back pretty soon so we can get a report. And you said the 18th was the only day you're not available?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's look and see here. 15th, May 15th.
Okay.
May 15th, and we'll try to get a report on you before then. May 15th is your next hearing. 10 o'clock.
All right.
And you're okay with the time waiver, Mr. Stratton?
All right. Thank you, Your Honor, and I'll talk to Mr. Hobbs and I'll be back on here with that.
Okay, Mr. Hill asked about time waiver on that last case.
Yes, I'll be back on for that last case.
No, time waiver on McAllister. You waive time on McAllister?
Yes, I'll wait time on McAllister, yes.
Thank you.
All right.
State of Ohio versus Cody Young. Cody Young, case number PRC 193497 A and B.
You're Cody Young?
Yes, sir.
You got a warrant outstanding. I assume that's why you came in.
Yes, sir.
It's alleged you failed to appear for a review hearing on an ODI conviction back in July of 2021. You have something in the file that was filed showing you attended a program in Pike County?
Yes, sir.
It's fairly recent, November 7th of 2025 you completed.
Yes, sir.
You paid off your fines. And you just did that, right?
Yes, sir.
Where are you living now?
I live in Flatwoods, Kentucky.
Oh. What's going on with you? You have a job? What?
I'm fighting for my disability. So
I have major back issues. But I'm currently in medicated assisted treatment currently and doing counseling.
Where are you doing that?
At Fresh Start Health Center in Ashland, Kentucky.
That's a new one on me, I don't know that. Are you on some sort of medically assisted treatment?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Subutex.
Okay. I'll tell you what, based on what you've shown me, if you take a urine screen today and that's all you test for, then I'll complete your case.
Yes, sir.
You want to come back, so you want to do that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Cooper will have to make arrangements. Go out into the lobby to the left side of the building and tell them you're there for a urine screen. They'll get you set up, and we'll get the results and come back.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Bruce Ward, case number CRB 15268, CRB 11435.
This was set for Monday, and it's alleged you weren't here then, Mr. Ward, is that right?
Yes, sir.
You have an explanation for that?
Yes, sir. My ride didn't show up. She was admitted to the hospital, and I had to make other arrangements to get down here.
Okay. You're working on your fines. You've done community service since the last hearing quite a bit, so.
Yes, sir.
I won't issue a warrant. They haven't gone out yet anyway, so cancel that, give you a new review hearing day. Let's make it, you can come any day, right?
Yes, sir.
May 26th, that's a Tuesday. Usually court's Monday and Friday, but Memorial Day is the 25th, so we're going to have court on the 26th. So May 26th, Tuesday, 9 a.m. is your next one.
Yes, sir. Sir, did you say that it was May 2nd for the...
Double credit?
Yes, sir.
Right here at the court at 7:30.
Here? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
State of Ohio versus Russell Kimbrough, case number CRA 18993 and CRB 18994.
Okay, this was set for a sentencing hearing on Monday. It's alleged you weren't here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and I assume Mr. Sowers got in touch with you because you got a bond up and you did make a payment today.
Yeah,
Pretty substantial payment. Okay, I won't issue a warrant. I'll let Mr. Sowers know you came in.
Okay.
I'll set your next hearing.
If, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
If you give me 2 weeks, I'll be able to pay the rest of my fines.
Wonderful. I'm going to set it for May 29th, so that's a lot more than 2 weeks. So if you pay it off, you don't have to come in.
Okay.
But I think you have done everything else. Pay it off, and you're done, you don't have to be here.
Okay, thank you.
And it'll be at 10 a.m. It's a sentencing if you don't get it done. People tell me all the time, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and then they don't. So not disbelieving you, but I've gotten kind of cynical over the years. Because people don't always do what they tell me they're going to do.
Okay.
So if you have paid it off, you don't have to be here. If you haven't, you got to be here.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Justin Rudy, case number CRB 2662.
This is Mr. Morford's case, I believe. And it was set for a pretrial on April the 17th, which was a week ago. I don't think Mr. Rooney was here.
Yes, sir, there was a miscommunication. Mr. Morford and I were supposed to do an in-person office visit, and I called the office to schedule that and to double check on the court date. somehow, the secretary communicated that the 27th,
Okay.
and so I apologize genuinely.
As do I,
Well, you
Judge.
have here today, so, have you had the meeting yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anything we can do today, Mr. Morford?
Yes, Judge.
Is Megan Swain here?
Probably not, because it wasn't on the docket. He's came in for arraignment. Okay, I'll cancel the warrant. And when do you have any preference for a hearing date, Mr. Morford?
No, Judge.
May 15th.
Your Honor, I understand there's a new charge. Paperwork's not ready.
Okay, so Mr. Bruni, you need to stay here in the courtroom. I'm told the clerks are working on a new charge against you, so I'll arraign you once I get the paperwork. I don't have it yet. So do not leave the courthouse. That date's off, so we'll see what happens after I arraign you, then I'll decide when we need to come back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Chad Perines, case number CRA 26230.
All right, sir, you're Chad Perines.
Yes.
Were you here when I explained the rights of defendants?
Yeah.
You understand your rights?
Yes.
Charge against you is burglary. The state alleged that Rome Township on April 21st of this year, by force, stealth, or deception, you trespassed in an occupied structure that was the home of another person. Burglary is a felony of the fourth degree. It carries a maximum penalty of 18 months in jail and a $5,000 fine. You understand the charge?
Yes.
You have money to hire a lawyer?
No.
You have a job?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Work at a machine shop.
Paid by the hour?
Yeah, but I only work 20 hours 1 week and maybe 40 the next because my son, I got to take him to Columbus here and there for a doctor's appointment.
You have children?
Yeah, I had 3 of them. I lost one in an accident.
Okay. I have to determine your gross annual income. Do you know what that is? You file an income tax return?
Yeah, but I don't remember how much I made last year.
Okay. So how many hours a week do you average?
Well, ever since this happened, now they averaged 40, but probably 5 times, and this happened back in August.
A year ago?
Almost, yeah.
August?
Yeah, I went back to work in October, and I bet you I ain't worked 40 hours 5 times.
And how much do you make an hour?
22.
Okay. I'll appoint Mr. Paul, he's still here. Mr. Holt, this is Chad Perines. He has a burglary charge, F4. He's already posted a $5,000 bond. What's the state's position on bond?
We're satisfied with the bond that's been posted, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
We're going to ask for a protection order from Chelsea Jenkins.
Any problem staying away from Chelsea Jenkins?
No, if she would just give me my money she owes me, I wouldn't have a problem at all.
Well, while this is pending, you can't go around or contact her or
Okay.
post things about her.
That's for the protection.
Yeah. Right here?
Yes, sir.
Do you agree to do that, stay away and not contact her?
Yeah. She ain't worth my time, I never.
Okay. When do you want to come back, Mr. Paul?
I'll be back on the 8th, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll set the preliminary hearing, you waive time for them.
Your Honor, he can't be here on the 8th.
Okay.
Don't leave, she'll bring you a copy of that section. I can do the 15th, Your Honor.
15th?
We'll have to wait time, Your Honor.
All right. May 15th, no waste time.
For that
so
period.
And he, I don't think has been fingerprinted, have you?
Huh?
You didn't go get fingerprinted at the jail, did you?
Yeah.
You did?
They fingerprinted me.
Okay.
Yep.
May 15th will be the next hearing, preliminary hearing at 10 o'clock.
Take all this one.
Yeah.
State of Ohio recalls Justin Rudy, case number CRB 2662 and CRB 26227.
Justin Bruni.
This is Mr. Morpher's case, him and the partner. Justin Bruni.
Yes.
There's a new charge, Mr. Morford, I think you have a copy of it in your hand.
I do, Judge.
You wish me to read it into the record
No, we waive reading.
and are not guilty plea?
Yes.
State's position on bond. He has an OR bond up from the prior case.
We're okay with no R bond, Your Honor, but we would want a protection order.
Okay, so there'll be a protection order to stay away from Jamie Bias. Any problem doing that?
No problem, sir. I'm not 100% sure who that is.
Okay, well then you should be able to stay, you don't live with that person.
No, I live by myself, sir.
Okay, stay away from Jamie Bias. Don't contact her, don't go around her. Don't text her, don't post anything about her. So he can sign a new bond of 1,000 OR. And did you go to jail on this charge? I don't believe you did.
And I've never even had contact with the law or...
Okay. You'll have to go to the jail and get fingerprinted.
Okay.
Mr. Cooper will give you a form to take to the jail for fingerprinting.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Morford will be the lawyer. Set the next hearing on the 15th of May.
That's good, Dave.
May 15th on both cases for pre-trial.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Julie Pritchard, case number TRC 26658 A and D.
And ma'am, you're Julie Pritchard?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Pritchard, the state's alleged that on April the 22nd at 1:24 a.m. in Union Township, you were operating a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol or drugs. The state, I don't really understand the complaint. It says number of prior OVIs 4, years of prior OVIs has the number 1. And I don't know what that means.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Because the last one was thrown out, it was dismissed. I've only received one, and it got dismissed. It got thrown out of Waldo's court.
So it looks like there was one in Kentucky somewhere.
Yes, I just took a DUI over there, but the wreck happened like 5 years ago.
Probably shouldn't make a bunch of explanation on the record because it could be incriminating to you.
Okay.
Wait and talk to a lawyer about it and then sort it out. But I'm just trying to figure out what, the more of these you have, it changes the possible penalty. So I'm trying to figure out what level of penalty you're exposed to. Let's see. Looking at, I've got a printout of your driving record.
I had just got my license back.
There was one Iron Municipal, but that was beyond the look back there. So I'm going to arraign it as if it's a second, because it looks like there was something in Kentucky. I don't know if that got dismissed or what, but it's in the printout of your driving record. So let's arraign you as if it's a second offense.
Yeah, I had an appointment with Pathways yesterday to do the DUI class, but from where I've already went through rehab and all kind, and I've done another class online for Ohio. They're working on it.
All right, just hold on, listen to what I have to tell you so you understand what you're charged with here and the possible penalties are. You're charged with operating a vehicle intoxicated charge. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. State's alleging that you refused to take tests. And the state's alleging apparently that there's some priors. I'm going to say it's at least a second offense then. So on a second offense, under the current law, the maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,625 fine, and a 7-year license suspension. The minimum penalty is 10 days in jail, $715 fine, and a 1-year license suspension. And if the vehicle is titled to you and you get convicted, it has to be impounded for 90 days. You understand that possible penalty?
Yes, sir.
And the possible penalties on that charge? You're also charged with driving under an OVI suspension. So that is a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. And there is a minimum penalty on that. If you're found guilty, you have to get at least 3 days in jail and a $250 fine. So you have 2 charges. Do you understand those 2 charges?
Yes, sir.
Well, the bond also says there's a possession of drugs, but that hasn't come out yet.
We declined to file.
Decided not to file that? Okay.
She has a pending charge, and Mr. Smith is the attorney. Yep, the hearing date's 5/4.
Okay, let's give Mr. Smith in the You got a pending case 2691. Mr. Smith is your attorney. It's a theft from Walmart.
Oh.
This is Julie Pritchard. She's got a pending case that you're representing her on. She's got new charges.
Okay, I was familiar with the pending case. I didn't know she was here, but I won't
She's
take
got
the
an
point.
OVI charge, which looks like it could be a second or more offense. There's some question about the history on it. I render as if it's a second offense. And there are not guilty plea on the new charge.
Thank you, Judge.
And the theft offense is set for a pre-trial May 29th. You want to keep that?
That'd be fine, Judge, if we could put them together, because that's the date I am here.
May 29th will be the pre-trial on both cases, 10 o'clock. She is under a license suspension, so she should not be driving now. And I'll let, since she appeared on her own, I'll let her, or did you?
I've already-
She did post a bond, she posted a bond. $3,750. State's okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So her bond is continued that she posted. Next hearing is May 29th on all four cases. May 29th, 10 o'clock.
Sam, so we need your card. Yeah, okay, call. Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Chance New. Here at the court, case number TRC 253024AOB. Your Honor, this is Mr. Haslam's case. He has a scheduling conflict. This reasonable conflict.
Okay. 25 to 24 set for pre-trial today.
Yes, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, pursuant to the discussion with the state and with the court this morning, I believe we're going to continue this matter to allow Mr. New an opportunity to complete some things. He will get set up with Mr. Major, particularly on the community service aspect, and accomplish that today. And then I believe the only thing would be to set this to come back.
Maybe 6 weeks or so.
I think that would work, Your Honor.
Okay. So how about mid-June sometime? What's your schedule?
I can probably do June 12th, Your Honor.
Okay. June the 12th will be the next hearing. Be a pre-trial at 10 o'clock and defendant waste time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Clinton Haas here at the court. Case number CRA 26106. Mr. Stratton.
Your Honor, that's not ready. He's doing an assessment.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, shot.
He's already had an assessment done.
They're doing it right now.
Don't do it.
Oh, okay.
OVP. He's calling her, trying to get a bed there and detox.
Okay, so we'll,
Yeah,
they're looking into detox, Mr. Stratton, so we'll recall them. They're making some phone calls on that.
Okay, Your Honor, we're ready to go to the Lawrence County Jail. State of Ohio versus James G. Adams at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRB 25138, CRB 24130.
Mr. Nash's case.
Yes, sir. All right.
Mr. Adams is still in jail. He's going to STARS, I understand it.
Yes, sir.
What's the state's pleasure on these cases? And that's out of, obviously, the common police case.
Well, what we had proposed is that since he is going to be going away, that if he were to plead guilty to the charge, we would recommend 30 days in jail, running concurrently with what he gets, what he's going to be facing out of common police court, but no probation.
Mr. Nash?
Do I say 10 days? Huh? Sometimes it does not. Okay, all right. So we had agreed to the 10 days in jail, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
We had agreed that it was going to be 10 days in jail to run concurrently with his common pleas sentence.
Okay, so 25-138 is an aggravated menacing, and then he already had a conviction on 24-130 was a disorderly conduct, so, correct? And he paid the fines off, it looks like, all.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a plea to 25-138, and on the 24-130, it looks like, it would just been set for pre-trials on review, so we could finish it up by jail time.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, I spoke with Starr, and they just wanted me to make certain that the jail knew that they could release him to Starr.
We'll release the holder. Do you agree with what your attorney is saying, Mr. Adams?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So what's going to happen then on 25 CRB 138, I'll make a finding of guilty based on your plea. I won't impose a fine or cost, just to keep it clean. 10 days in jail, and it runs concurrent with what he's getting from common pleas. No review hearing. And I'll finish the other case by jail time on 24-130, finished by jail time that he's already served, so no review hearing there either, no future review hearing.
And Your Honor, Mr. Bevins, the victim in this matter, is here. He may want to approach and say something also.
Okay, I didn't know that. Mr. Bevins?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Did I understand how much extra time that he's going to get?
He's going to Star, he's going to go away.
Okay, I know what that is.
So,
but what was the extra?
he's not getting any extra time, he's getting whatever common pleas gave him for what he had down there. I'm running his jail sentence concurrent with what he's getting from Star, which means running together. And if you want him to get more time, we're going to have to back up and do it a different way because he's not getting any more time. He's getting the same time he was getting from common pleas.
Well, I don't know what that time is.
Well, usually it's 4 or 5 months in Star.
I'm totally lost, Your Honor.
Okay, well, we'll recall it. I'll let the prosecutor office talk to you, and we'll recall it after they've done so.
State of Ohio versus Larry Basin Act at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRA 2653, CRB 2683, A and B.
Larry Basenback is Mr. Smith's case.
When he gets on, Judge, it's going to be nollied, and I'll explain why.
Okay. This is an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and operating a motor vehicle without a valid license.
It is, Judge. Unfortunately, he was in court last week, and the sentencing order went on Tuesday. He's been sentenced to 19 to 24 and a half years in prison. Based on that, Mr. Hill says he's going to nollie this charge, and he doesn't obviously want to fool with it. Confirm that.
Okay, Mr. Heald, are you nulling the charges against Larry Basenback based on his prison?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, the charges here are nulling, Mr. Basenback.
And I'll get your notice filed, Larry. I'm working on it.
So,
thank you, Judge.
he can be released. I think they called him up, he could go to jail, so to prison. We held him here to get this done today. So
yes,
he can be released to go to prison.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio recalls James G. Adams at Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRB 25138.
Okay. All right, do we have it worked out then, Mr.?
Well, Your Honor, I explained, and I did make an error in explaining to Mr. Bevins that it was 30, we were going to recommend 30 days in jail. But I'd already spoken with Mr. Nash about 10 days in jail. But the more important part of this is that he's got a larger sentence to serve in another court, in another location, and he's going to be under the supervision of the Common Police Court for a long time. And so our recommendation was for the 10 days to run concurrently, which would, I think, under the circumstances, be the normal procedure. And Mr. Bevins is not satisfied with that, but I think it's the only thing we really, at this time, that we would be able to do.
All right, Mr. Bevins, if you got something to say, I'll let you say it. Do you have anything you want to say?
I can't understand why, whatever he's doing up there at Star, that's nothing to do with what he done to me. That's two separate cases. I don't understand why you can't convict a man of two different cases of two different things. I mean, I can't sit here and if I get accused of slapping you and then turn around and kick you, that's two different offenses. They can't go together.
Okay, well, I think there's something to that, and but the prosecutor gets to make the charging decisions, and I don't make the charging decisions, and they decide they don't want to do that. So the next time Mr. Anderson's up for election, you can cast your vote against him, because he's an elected official. So he made those decisions through his office. So I'm going to go ahead and approve what they've agreed to do, is to run everything concurrent with what he's getting from Common Police. So that'll be the court's order.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Joshua Robertson at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 26141. Bradley Williams is on deck.
All right, so you're Joshua Robertson?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's go over your rights first. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state of Ohio approve these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
I can't really hardly hear you. I have a right to, you just read me our rights or whatever?
I was reading your Miranda rights.
I can't really understand.
Okay, sir, listen up, and I'll go over them again, and everybody be quiet. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have an attorney appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail and to make the state of Ohio approve the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
And you could hear me then?
And
you can hear me now?
Yeah, I will, yeah, a lot better. Yes, sir.
Okay. You're charged with grand theft of a firearm. It's alleged that August 1st, 2025 through January 1st, 2026, you purposely deprived Veronica Darden of property, being a North American Arms 22 Magnum, and gives a serial number, and you did that without her consent. So that's a felony of the third degree, maximum penalty, 5 years in jail, $10,000 fine. Do you understand that charge?
I understand it, yes. I need an attorney.
Do you have a job? Do you have a job, sir?
I'm on disability at the moment.
That's your only income?
Yes, sir. But yeah.
All right, I'll appoint Mr. Holt. This is Joshua Robinson. He has an F3.
What's that mean?
It's a level of offense, F3, theft of a firearm. And I've got an address for you of Huntington, is that right?
Yes, sir.
What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Robertson?
Your Honor, we are getting the file out right now. That's one that we didn't anticipate. So I'd like to have a look at the file if I may.
Okay.
Given that he was in jail, I think the first one who would be here would be the 8th.
I now have the file.
Okay, it looks like it's some sort of marital breakup kind of situation. From the affidavit.
Just the picture. We're not opposed to an OR bond, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Robertson, I'm going to let you out on a signature bond. What that means is you're just going to sign a piece of paper that says you promise to come to court on the date that I give you. If you don't, then you'll have a $2,000 penalty plus you get a warrant.
Yes, Your Honor.
You promise to come to court when you're ordered to?
Yes. Yes.
And the court is going to be the one in Chesapeake. Do you know where that is?
No, but I will find out.
It's on County Road 1, about a mile from the 6th Street downtown bridge.
Okay, yeah, I know where it's at now.
Okay. So I'll let you sign a $2,000 signature bond. And it's probably, did you say the 8th or 15th? Okay. Your hearing is going to be May the 8th.
Okay.
So that's the second Friday in May. You got to be at the court in Chesapeake on County Road 1, across from the flea market.
Okay. All right. I'll be there.
Anything else?
No.
I'm asking the prosecutor.
Oh.
No, Your Honor. May, what's the date?
May 8th. Okay, you'll get out shortly when the paperwork is processed and sent down.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Bradley Williams at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 26128.
Mr. Morford's case. You got Brian?
No, unfortunately, he has a private insurance and Medicare, but I have been calling places because of his need. I've called all the way to Eastern States, and we've called all the way up there. Philip actually had a place in Cambridge that is going to call the jail and do an assessment on him to see if they can place him.
Okay. All right, well, so we'll wait to see what they say. We'll recall this.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're going to get assessed. You're going to get a phone call, Mr. Williams, by a facility that can give you some treatment and counseling. We'll see if that works out. So I'll recall you after you talk to me.
State of Ohio versus Kimberly Steele at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 26209. It's also Mr. Morgan's case, Your Honor.
Kimberly Steele, Pritchard.
See if she'll change her mind. See if she'll go to treatment. Otherwise, she'll just spend some time in jail. See if she's been in jail for a few days.
Mr. Steele, have you changed your mind any about going to treatment?
Yeah, I will go to OVP treatment.
You're willing to go to treatment?
Yes, I am, sir. OVP treatment at South Point, Ohio. I just got out there and I was walking home, that's when he got me. I've done 5 days in detox. And he got out, I was going across to Huntington Bridge, that's when he got me.
Well, let's see if Mr. Mint can be reached. Okay, I'm texting OVP, we'll see if we get a response, if they're willing to take it. I'll recall when I get a response.
State of Ohio versus Bertha Rudy at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 26233A and B, CRB 22262.
Ma'am, are you Bertha Remy? Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes.
I'm Judge Capper, and I'm just asking, are you Bertha Remy?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let me go, this is called an arraignment hearing for you. You've got a couple charges filed, and we are doing this by teleconference, obviously, but you're being recorded. Everything you say is going down on the record. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. But what you say in open court can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bond, and to make the state of Ohio prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yeah. I assume. Not really, but.
Do you have any questions before I go over your charges?
I don't know what questions to ask, so.
That means then you don't have any questions.
Right.
You've got 2 charges of domestic violence, 233A and 233B. The A case alleges that at Perry Township on April 24th, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to John Jones, and that John Jones either lives in your household or is a member of your family. That's what makes it domestic violence. The B case alleges the same things except for a different person, and that person is Connie Reed, that tried to cause physical harm to her, or did cause physical harm. Both are first-degree misdemeanors and carry maximum penalties of 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. And then it looks like you've got an old case from 2022 that you never appeared for. And that was a theft offense from Walmart. That complaint alleges that on April the 18th of 2022, you purposely tried to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. It's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. I have a citation. And apparently, someone called in and said you were in the emergency room and you didn't show up and never came in on this charge. That was from 2022. Do you understand the charges against you?
Not really, because the Walmart thing, they had my mom on that, and she actually did community service and everything. I was with her, but they didn't tell me I had to go to court.
Okay, I'll take that as an...
That was a misunderstanding or something. I don't know what that was.
I'll take that as a not guilty plea. How do you plead to the new charges of domestic violence?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes.
Do you have a job?
Yes, I'm self-employed.
What do you do?
I lay floors.
Okay, I have to determine your gross annual income. Do you know what that is?
I make between $4,000 to $6,000 a month.
Okay, well, you're probably not going to be eligible for a court-appointed lawyer then.
Well, then I'll pay for one.
Okay.
My husband is there. He actually has my receipt books.
He's raising his hand. So
Yeah.
I'm going to put down to will hire an attorney. What's the state's position on bond?
State's not opposed to an OR bond, but we want to make sure that.
Well, she failed to appear on the charge.
Yeah, I'll be here. I didn't know. I was supposed to have been there 4 years ago. I've been there.
So that's one of the evidence, or the bond, $2,500 cash assurance bond.
Okay, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 cash or surety. Do you think you can post that?
Yes, I think.
Okay, you want to talk to a bail bondsman?
Yes, please.
$250 probably gets you out.
That'd be great. My husband will go get that.
Or you can post $2,500 with the clerk and you get that all back as long as you come to court. You use a bail bondsman, they charge usually 10%, but you don't get that back, they keep it.
Okay, that'll be fine. I'll do the bail bondsman,
All
I
right.
think. I don't know. Ask him, whatever he says.
Yes, she'll be the bill bondsman.
He says he's going to use a bail bondsman, we'll give him the information on who to contact. Then you're sure she's going to get out. I don't want her sitting in jail for a long time.
Y'all do what it takes to get her today.
Okay, so let's make the next hearing May the 15th. May the 15th will be your next hearing, May the 15th.
I will be there.
Third Friday in May. And your husband is working on getting your bond posted right now. Okay, not guilty plea is entered for you.
Your Honor, TPS for her.
Yeah, I'm going to order you to stay away from those two people, Reed and Jones. Is that improper for you to stay away from them?
Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna work. Me and John's lived in the same house for 10 years.
Was that your husband?
No, that's my dad. My dad is pressing charges on me because I didn't do the dishes and he wants my aunt to move in.
Whose house is it?
It's my dad's house.
Okay, well, you gotta stay away.
That's been my place of residence for 10 years.
Well, you gotta stay away from him. You're not allowed to go back around. See, he's not here today, is he? John?
Nope.
Okay. You gotta stay away. So and who's Connie Reed? The aunt?
His sister, yeah, he has actually removed her from the property with restraining orders multiple times.
Okay, well, that doesn't matter. She's not here charged with anything. You are. So we'll order you stay away from her, too.
I don't know what to do because that's my dad. We just got in a fight, you know.
Well,
It's my dad. This is my dad.
I didn't say you have to stay away forever, but until you come back to court, you gotta stay away. I don't want there to be an allegation that something else happens.
I just wanted to do that.
Next hearing, May 15th.
I will be there.
Okay.
Your Honor, we have some recalls to jail, but we're not ready for those yet.
Okay.
State of Ohio recalls Clinton Haas, case number CRA 26106, and Mr. Stratton should be on Zoom. Your Honor.
He's got his name up here. So, it's my understanding he's gonna go to detox?
OVP for detox and then RS for inpatient.
Okay, so he's agreed to go to detox, he's agreed to go?
I was going to see if we can get outpatient one more chance
No.
there, but if
No.
not, then I gotta do what I gotta do.
Fentanyl, cocaine, he tested positive for cocaine and fentanyl.
Yeah, I realized, I heard about the drug results, Your Honor, so, he's looking at the inpatient, he would like to try outpatient.
I gave him a chance before to go to outpatient.
I'm sorry?
I gave him a chance to go to outpatient before and it didn't happen,
I
so.
didn't have a ride and stuff, that was my fault.
But I need to go to the inpatient, and I explained to him that because of a positive test, that would probably be the result, so.
Okay, so we're going today.
Going today, yeah, I'm gonna call someone now and come down and get them.
Say, can my people take me down there, OVP?
Yeah, we have to be the one to take you.
Okay, I mean.
They'll take you. And we need to set another hearing. And you said the 8th is the only day you're not available?
The 18th, yeah.
18th, okay.
You wanna?
Well, I'm looking for dates.
All right.
So, Ken, I think we need to come back pretty quick.
Yes.
Let's do it next Friday, the 1st.
Okay. That sounds good, that sounds good.
I'll see you next Friday, so they're gonna let me know how you're doing next Friday. We'll get a report.
Mr. Stratton, you're okay with the time waiver on that?
Yes, I'm okay with the time. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I think that's it for you, right? That's all your cases, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Laura Gwynn, here at the court, case number CRB 26231.
Laura Gwynn. She was cited in the court for a drug paraphernalia charge, but she's big surprise. She's not here. So I issued a bench warrant for failure to appear. And it was today at 9 a.m. So.
State of Ohio versus Courtney Nelson, here at the court, case number CRB 26232. Courtney Nelson.
And ma'am, are you Courtney Nelson?
Yes.
Ms. Nelson, the bail's bringing you a copy of the charge. It's a domestic violence charge, and it alleges that on April 21st in Fayette Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to, is it Alexis or? Alexis Nelson. And that Alexis Nelson is a member of your family or household. That's a first degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Sir,
How do you plead to the charge?
not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed? You have a job? What do you do?
Well, I work 4 different jobs, but I still only make about $16,000 a year.
What do you do?
A receptionist, a babysitter, I work at a bar, and I do direct care staff. Like I'm a direct care staff for an individual,
Personal care is what you got?
like in-home care.
You file an income tax return?
But I did it with my spouse, Alexis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what's your part of the income?
I only clear about 16,000.
Well, it's not clear, it's gross. What do you think the gross is?
I don't know off the top of my head.
What are you making an average week gross?
I can't calculate it. Sorry, I'm autistic, so it takes me a minute to get my thoughts like together and stuff. My one job I make like 270 a week.
Where's that? You make that? Where you make that?
Oh, Initial Independence.
And that's the care place? Okay, what else?
At the bar I work at, I make about 130 a week.
Okay.
And then babysitting and receptionist, it's 225 every 2 weeks.
Well, I'm getting, you're making about $500 a week, is that right? Do you have children?
Yeah.
Okay. You're eligible to run for Porter County Council. Mr. Morford, I'll appoint you. Is Alexis here today?
I haven't seen her.
You want a protection order?
We have, where did we find? Oh, okay. We've got a statement from Ms. Nelson. She doesn't want a protection order. She actually wants the charges dismissed, but we're not willing to do that today.
Okay. No TPO. Let's go to
Protection order, does that mean I can go home?
the 26th of May for pretrial.
Good, Judge.
10 o'clock. She's got a bond up, so the bonds continue. You're not ordered to stay away from Alexis. She didn't want that, so you can go around.
That means I can go home?
Yep. But you gotta be back here May 26th for your next hearing.
Yes,
10
sir.
o'clock.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
And also, Your Honor, we're going to try to have Ms. Nelson here next time, so if you can make sure that she's here at court next time.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry. Sergeant, is that
Give me a call.
Yes, sir. I will. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
State of Ohio recalls Cody Young, 54 TRC 193497, and B.
Okay, Mr. Young, I'm going to complete your file because your screen is good, so your case is over. Case completed.
Thank you.
Pretty good. Good luck.
State of Ohio versus Genevieve Houlihan, case number TRC 26462, A and B.
For each case and except for pretrial.
It is, Your Honor. Today's my motion deadline. I'll have those motions filed before the close of business. I'd like to come back and pre-trial those motions. I looked at May 29. I could do May 11, but I'm going to have you put me at the end of the docket. I do have a hearing that morning, so the 29th would be my preference.
Okay.
We'd certainly wait time.
Would be mine because the 11th's all pre-booked already. So let's do the 29th. May 29th, pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Dalton Griffin, Case number PRD 26200. It's Mr. Holt's case, Your Honor.
Mr. Holt for pretrial on Dalton Drift.
Yeah, that's fine. You just got your discovery.
Your Honor, I believe we've got some additional discussions and exchanges for discovery. We asked for a short continuance with the
What was the
Friday's
date
work
you
group.
come by?
I believe it was was the 18th or the 15th? 15th, yes.
Right.
Write that down.
Okay, May 15 will be the next hearing.
Wait before then. There should be a phone call. Okay. Some text me like a week before. Okay. This keeps me on stuff. What is it? So is it yes.
State of Ohio, Joshua Arraignment, case number PRD 253061, and
Mr. Holt's case, pretrial.
Your Honor, we had previously reached a resolution on this, that if Mr. Ramey completed 4 days community service, which he has, to my knowledge, that we would knock this down to a failure to control, and that also wanted to inform the court, Mr. asked the court if they would approve Mr. Ramey being able to work community service for, I know the court sometimes does the $50 per day credit. He would like to do that as well.
Okay. Mr. Hill? And is there any issues on restitution to another party?
No, Your Honor, there was insurance.
Yeah, we've contacted him, and he had some damage to the vehicle, which was covered, and he had no medical. And so we are in agreement with what Mr. Holt represented in the court.
And it's reduced to, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I had to do failure to control.
Right.
Okay.
He did the community service already?
Yes, he already did 4 days.
Yeah.
You have an extension number?
I did, Your Honor. I apologize. I was trying to do too much at once. 4511.202. And it's section A. So there's only 2 sections. B is the penalty.
Okay, so it's been amended to failure to control. Anything you want to say, Mr. Ramey?
No, Your Honor.
I'll impose a $100 fine, court costs. Can you pay that today?
I can pay the court costs, but if it would be okay if I work the community service to pay the fines?
That's fine, I'll just have to put him on probation then, to make sure that happens, and set a review hearing for October 30th.
If he has that done, Your Honor, he wouldn't have to
He
appear.
wouldn't have to be here.
And also, for the probation is, do I have to check in, or is that like my next review hearing I check in?
October 30th is when you have to check in. If you did have it done by then, you don't have to check in.
Oh, it'll be done by then, Your Honor. Is that it? Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Dylan Back, PRC 25-2077. Your Honor, this is set for expungement.
I've presented an entry to the court, Your Honor. The state's already signed, I've already signed.
Okay, I'll approve it, and you want to take it and get it filed?
Yes, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Richard Bridges. It's also set for expungement today, Your Honor.
He's here, Your Honor.
Billboard's really working good for you. Huh? Billboard's really working good for you.
This entry has been presented to the court and is approved by the prosecutor, so I'll execute it also. And you can take that and have it filed with the clerk.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Sean Williams, case number CRB 26217, A through E, CRB 25784, A and B, CRB 2650, A and B. This is Mr. Norfolk's case, Your Honor.
You got a copy of that?
Case numbers are 25-786,
Sounds like things are a little bit better.
2650, 26-217. Sean Williams.
Case was 25-286-786.
25-784. 25-784, 2650, 26-217.
He's going to a repeat.
You have the report?
I haven't seen it.
Says he didn't show up for his second appointment.
No, I did.
I just showed him.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have a
I did show.
very good short-term memory.
We had saved or something.
No, I think he misread it.
Huh?
I think he misread it.
I think I took him to that.
Yeah, that's the one we just went to.
Got a signed letter, says he came for an assessment April 15th, was planned to see him next April 22nd. Sean did not show up for his second counseling appointment.
He said I
So
did.
his next appointment is April 28th.
They believe that to be an error.
I really did drive him there.
I'm just reading what's on the paper.
Is there a way to call them, or?
I'm pretty sure.
Sure there is.
You've got to.
As you can see, ma'am, how many cases am I juggling up here at once? I am not going to take a break and go call them. Somebody else can call them. I'm not calling them.
So, Your Honor, these ladies here are telling me that that there's no more further need for a protection order. So that's helpful, but now his mother says that he's made a mess of her yard and she wants him to clean it up. So we'd like to get that done while we're doing this. But he also, of course, needs to prove that he is actually going to treatment.
Well, wasn't there a protection order for 3 people though? Or just 2? Aubrey Eastern, that's this lady, right? She had told me before April 20th, she didn't want a protection order.
And then I'd like to get my daughter to draw because it's making it complicated.
There's a Stephanie Sparks.
Yeah, she wants hers dropped too.
That's who?
His fiance.
She's not here though.
Yeah, she's at work at Bob Evans.
And there's you. Deborah Williams, that's you. You want the protection order dropped?
Yeah, on the condition, he comes up there, gets his stuff out, and cleans up that yard, because it's not only degrading to my yard, it's degrading to the neighbors.
And there's an area Williams.
That's my daughter.
Okay, how old is she?
She's 3.
Okay, what's the state's position?
Well, we're okay with that. Now, as far as Stephanie Sparks goes, I mean, I think we do need to hear from her. We could actually, she's working right now, probably. She works, she server.
Yeah.
So she's probably busy. What we'd like to do is have her give us something in writing that says she doesn't want a protection order. That we can get her to do, maybe not right this minute. And then we would like for Mr. Williams to prove to us that he's actually going to the council.
And well, he's got an appointment scheduled for this April 28th, so that's Tuesday, I believe it is Tuesday. So that would be the best thing for him to show up, engage, and come back with a good report the next time we come back.
And we would also, even though it's not directly part of this case, I think that Sean making his mother happy would be helpful. And if, there's junk in the yard, he needs to be cleaning it up.
And not living there, right? She doesn't want him to live there. Had he been living there before?
He was living in a building out back.
You don't want him living there either?
They're ready to come and get that building.
So
he
my
won't
question
have
is,
it
you don't want him living on your property at all?
No, not right now, I do not want him on the property, other than to come and get his stuff and clean up his mess. Because I'm having to pay my brother to try to come up there and help me clean it up. And I'm not even able to hardly walk across the grass. I fell and broke a hip and had to have a total hip replacement. Diabetic, my balance is off, and I'm not able to pick up after him.
Okay. So, what's a defendant?
He's willing to clean up the area, Judge. I've asked him to get a letter to clear up their understanding about him actually being at the second appointment.
Okay. And we'll go to the one on next Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They're working with me as well. Right now, it don't really matter. I'm out of work now because Bob Evans didn't hold it, but when I do get back to work, he's working with me as far as coming in on my days off each week, so we're doing weekly right now.
Good. Okay, so when do we want to come back?
I don't remember the date in that report, Judge, when his next appointment is.
28th.
28th, next Tuesday.
A couple of weeks.
Has he behaved himself since it's been before?
Yes.
Okay.
I bought a breathalyzer too to keep my
Yeah,
pocket.
every time I get him in the car, he's like, look.
Okay, May 4th, May 8th, what's good?
Let's do the 8th, Judge, to make sure that.
I was about to say, I work May 4th, he won't have a ride.
May the 8th? That's agreeable with everybody?
It is here, Judge.
May the 8th for the next hearing, and hopefully we'll get a good report, and you help clean up the yard by then.
And that's at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
And also, Your Honor, there was an order put on the last time in court withdrawing protection order, so that's already been done.
I think it was only as to Aubrey.
They left it on me.
When I had the file said that's the Aubrey on it.
Okay.
So we'll withdraw all protection orders now.
All right.
That, you want to do that? We haven't heard officially from the one lady. What's her name?
Just have to let her.
But
Well, it doesn't say she doesn't want protection. We'll try to contact her and see what she has to say.
Okay, well, I'm just going to withdraw from this, what's your name? Stephanie?
Spark.
No, your name.
Mine,
Yes,
Debbie Williams.
Deborah Williams. Okay. We'll leave it on for everybody else.
Is Artie's
And we'll
dropped?
do the child support.
Is that 26,217?
Yes,
No, I'll draw it except for
the last day.
which is Stephanie.
Deborah Williams, correct?
Deborah Williams.
Yes.
And Stephanie doesn't want one, she needs to let the prosecutor know.
Yeah, I was just next to this. What does she need to call this courthouse?
She needs to call the prosecutor's office here at the courthouse. When you call, there's a press one for this.
State of Ohio versus Melvin Christian, case number CRB 26216. Melvin Christian.
Okay.
I'm good.
He's at the VA. I got a report from Dustin Holbrook. He's off today, but he sent me a text. Seems like 3 days ago, but it was this morning.
It does seem a long time.
Says, I wanted to update you with Melvin Christian. He's doing okay. He's all of a sudden complaining about medical issues, not being able to walk. Occupational therapy evaluated and said he was good to stay there. If you need me, give me a call. All is well with Mr. Christian. Okay. How about on your end?
We're getting things done. I've got the surety bond to take over guardianship. The lawyer I had thought I secured said they're too busy to take the case right now. So I got recommended to other people, but I know with this criminal case, that kind of makes things tricky. So I have everything else.
Was there a guardian already in place before?
My mom tried that before.
Oh, but didn't finish it.
No, we didn't finish it. So no, there was no guardianship this time. But I've gotten all the paperwork submitted to the VA, just waiting on a doctor's statement. But I've got the surety bond, which was something that we were thought might hold things up. But my mom's completely on board. She realizes that she's even aging, and this is a good time to go ahead and start making plans for the future, you know, even with her. So we're just kind of waiting to see. I know one of the attorneys that I was told to reach out to, I left a message and she hasn't returned my call yet, so.
Well, don't feel bad if they don't call me back.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of people are on spring breaks and vacations right now.
We have, believe it or not, we have a shortage of lawyers and they're hard to come by.
That's what I'm hearing, yes. So I'm hoping that she'll be able to help me. I was gonna call Monday morning and start fresh with that. But everything else, I think the surety bond is the only thing that even needs an attorney. Everything else, I believe I can do on my own.
Well, good luck.
Yes. So.
All right, when do you want to come back?
I got the date down for when I know that when we're watching a timeline. The 45-day treatment looks like it'll be up 6.5. But like Dustin told
Probably
you.
should come back before then.
Yes. Like Dustin told you, within the first day, he was already complaining the mattress was not suitable and the bed was too high and ambulatory issues. I had my friend who's seen him. She's a veteran service officer, and she's seen him at the VA a couple weeks ago, and he had similar kind of symptoms. He walked all the way into his doctor's appointment on his own, but then was pushed out in a wheelchair. So we're not sure if he was faking or if it was a real need.
Well, apparently he raised that with them, and they evaluated him and said they thought it was okay to stay.
Yes. So they've got all my paperwork. I've been to the downtown regional office to let them know my intentions. I've been to the hospital. I've made all the contacts that I can make at this point. So now I'm just trying to get the doctor's statement.
Well, he's in a good place. I don't know if
Yes.
you've ever been to that. It's a very.
I haven't, but I've heard that that's, I think he may have even been advised to kind of calm down because his next option would be like maybe Compass.
Yeah,
And
wouldn't
that's
be
not
nearly
as
as
good.
nice.
Exactly. So I think Dustin kind of followed up with him on that. So we're hoping about 45 days, but.
Okay, I'm thinking maybe come back in 3 or 4 weeks, Mr. Morford.
I agree.
Check on him, see what's going on, 15th or 22nd?
Do 16th.
15th, okay, May 15th will be the next hearing.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Honor.
State of Ohio versus Alexis McDonald, case number CRB 2615. State of Ohio versus Alexander McDonald, case number CRB 25463. Mr. Holt and Mr. Wilkins, case.
These cases were set for a trial on the 22nd, and that didn't happen, so.
The code attendant's here too, he's got, they got 2 young kids.
Hey, JT.
Somebody's giving me something that looks like the proposal to resolve this.
Those were the notes that I made that I thought the court might need because there's quite a number of provisions. Now, we didn't do anything with regard to Mr. McDonald because we didn't know he would be here. But
We have there's one part that would be the 5th thing down, 5th provision would be, Alex is paying the restitution, I believe.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Sales here Wednesday, but they're rescheduled.
And we have some people here, I think, that were affected by this. Anybody who's involved in this?
The mother who's taking possession of the.
Okay, that's good.
I have proof that the other dog is gone as well.
I'm sorry?
I have proof that the other dog is gone as well. Neither
Okay.
dog is there.
So is there something that's going to wrap up both cases, or is this just on Alexis?
Well, I think we can also address Mr. McDonald's situation as well, but everything that's on here has to do with Alexis.
Would it be other than the 5th one since Alex is going to
Yeah.
pay that? Okay. We're in agreement with all the provisions other than the one we've spoken to.
So Mr. McDonald's paying the restitution?
Yes, sir.
So with respect to Alex, what we would ask for is if he entered a plea of guilty with respect to the other dog. There were 2 different dogs, but the case in which he was charged is 25 CRB 463, and that involved the same German Shepherd that was the problem dog in the other cases. But if he were to pay that restitution, we just ask for 10 days suspended and no further sanctions other than the restitution.
No fine, just restitution.
We want to make sure the restitution gets paid.
The restitution is paid to
Maritza Perez.
R-E-Z.
Was that resolution?
M-A-R-I-T-Z-A.
Jail
Oh,
suspension.
that's all one name?
Maritza.
Held over your head.
Last name's Perez.
Oh, and Perez is P-E-R-E-Z?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
And pay restitution. Judge, I believe Mr. McDonald is on board with suggestion of the state.
All right, so there's going to be guilty pleas as both Mr. and Mrs. McDonald. Is that
So
correct?
entered.
But there's three, but the recent one case, Your Honor, Miss McDonald, she's not been arraigned on, but she was served on over the weekend, last weekend, that was scheduled for Monday. It's 26 CRB 210, that would be dismissed.
Okay, I don't even have that file up here, so. 20, she's never been arraigned on 26-210?
Correct.
Okay.
It was an M4 Confederate combined.
Restraint.
Okay. Now we'll just deal with 26-15, 25-463. 26-15 is Mrs. McDonald, 25-463 is Mr. McDonald.
I believe hers is the 25, like 2615.
Hers, I have 26-15 for her.
Yeah, that's wrong.
I put 16.
Yeah.
It's 15.
So 26-15 would be dismissed, and Miss McDonald.
Oh, okay, so that's the new charge.
Correct, I'm sorry, Your Honor. In the 25, or CRB 25-280 is what Miss McDonald would be pleading to.
What's the case number? That she's pleading to?
The 25 CRB 280. Is that the?
No, that's the dismissal. Oh,
I don't think that's the new case, because she's been,
210 is the new case.
26-15, she's been here, there've been several pre-calls.
Okay. I had
That's the one.
161 is the old one.
161 is one that was already been disposed of, that there was a probation violation on, that I don't know if it actually has gotten filed.
It would be dismissed if it's filed.
Yes, it is.
So, okay, I'm wrong, Your Honor.
26-15 is the one in which she would be entering the plea to.
Okay, so I was right again, it says 26-15, that's okay. 25-463, let's deal with those two. That's the one that we're doing the pleas on, correct?
Yes.
I'm not sure about what Mr. McDonald's case number is.
Yeah, it's 25-463. So enter guilty pleas as to both of those. You have a right to make a statement to the court if you want to, you don't have to. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I've got rid of both the dogs.
And do you have anything you want to say?
No, Your Honor.
No? Okay. All right, so on both of them, it's my understanding. Now, is Mrs. McDonald's mother is present in court?
She's here.
All right. That's the first paragraph. It says, you are going to tell me that the dogs are now in your possession. Is that right?
One dog is in my possession.
Which one is that?
That is Callie, the German Shepherd.
Okay. Is that agreeable with the state?
It is, but she's got to understand that this dog has a history of getting out and running around, and she's bitten people, and she's got to be kept secured and not running around.
She's going to be secured, but she has not bitten a person.
Well,
She attacked a dog,
She
and I was
bit
there
a
that
lady
day.
in the hand.
And the ownership has legally been transferred through the.
Okay. Well, what you need to understand, ma'am, and not trying to pick on you, but there is a new law that just went into effect, and I went to a seminar about it.
Avery's law.
They've toughened up the standards on these cases. And so if the dog does, I'm not saying it will, or it may be the nicest dog, and this is never going to happen in the future, it's not going to be a problem, but if there is.
She's on a thicker cable, and I do also have a
Ma'am,
long.
don't interrupt me, let me finish what I was
Okay.
saying. I just want you to be aware that if there's another problem, you're facing tougher standards, because the law has changed just recently. Because of that one incident, I saw the pictures, this little girl is horribly deformed because of a dog attack. She's had multiple surgeries. And they did name it after, I don't remember her name, but that's what instigated these reforms and toughening of the law. You're going to be subject to that if there's a problem with the dog.
I understand that.
Okay. Mr. Alexander, and we'll put this on his case, 25,463, is going to pay Maritza Perez, M-A-R-I-T-Z-A, $181 in restitution. And that'll be paid to the clerk here, so you pay it to the clerk will give it to Ms. Perez.
189 even?
That's what it said. 181. 181 even. That's what I'm reading from the notes. And that's going to be paid in the next 90 days. That's also in the notes. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 30-day jail sentence for both suspended. 2 years probation.
Your Honor.
Yes.
If the court obviously has the discretion, but we wanted to delay the sentencing on Alexis to make sure some of this stuff got done. And if over the next 90 days we didn't have any of those problems, then we would recommend the 30 days suspended. Otherwise, we would want jail time imposed. And the only reason for that is because this has just gone on and on and on with this dog, and I think that the dog was too much for Ms. McDonald to handle. She's got children, she's got work, she goes out of town to work apparently, and the dog was just out constantly terrorizing the neighborhood. So what we wanted to do is just make sure that the dog was going to stay at her mother's house and wasn't going to be a problem, and that the restitution was going to get paid before we would agree that there shouldn't be any jail time. So that's the reason we wanted to delay the sentence.
Okay, I didn't know that. Did counsel agree to that or understand?
Well, it says, it's in the number 2, the second paragraph, and the second line.
We're fine with either way, Your Honor.
We're all right, Judge.
But we wouldn't have to do that with Alexander's case because his, as long as he pays, he could be on probation and pay the restitution.
Okay. Mr. Holt, Mr. Morford?
Judge, I have nothing further.
You're okay with me? So I can finish sentencing him?
Yes.
And you want to delay sentencing her until 90 days out?
That's fine.
Okay, so let's schedule her. So that's going to, I'll let you pick the date. So that's going to be May, June, July sometime.
Let me get my phone, please, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, on his, was there a phone?
I haven't set one yet.
We're jumping around here.
I'm going down the list and I haven't come to that yet.
Okay.
In July, Your Honor.
Yeah, end of July. Slide open.
The 20th work, Your Honor?
Yes. So I'll reschedule Alexis McDonald for July 20th for sentencing. And that's agreed to by everyone. Okay. So I'll go ahead and finish Mr. McDonald's sentencing. Was there any discussion about a fine?
No, there was not, Your Honor. We were saying what the court was saying.
Okay, I'll impose a $100 fine, suspend 50 if he pays the restitution in the time frame he promised. Plus court costs. 30 days of jail costs suspended. The restitution's already in there that I discussed. 2 years of level 5 probation. Okay, so I think that's it for Mr. McDonald. We'll set him for, just to check, since we got her coming back July 20th, we'll set his first review hearing that day. If he's finished everything, he doesn't have to be here. If he hasn't finished it, he's got to come in. Review hearing at 9 o'clock for him on July 20th. Thank you.
What's my total cost? What's my total cost? 180 now.
The one that's 15, I'm not sure what the forecasts are.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Clark, case number CRA 26214. Christopher Clark, Your Honor, he was bonded out of jail. The prosecutor's office has contacted the Pike County Court and the Pike County Sheriff's Office. They have not seen him or heard him to turn himself in.
Okay. And he was supposed to be here today. Word had turned himself into Pike County by today. And he posted a $2,000 cash bond. So that's going to be forfeited and a warrant issued from this court now. So bond forfeited and warrant from this court prepared to be. So I'm talking to, put that on my desk, I need to figure out if we send that money to Pike County or keep it here.
State of Ohio versus Brian Bryant, case number CRA 25421, CRD 251770, CRD 25436 A and B, CRD 251806 A and B.
You only have 2 sessions left? He only has 2 weeks left.
Okay.
He continues to thrive.
Yeah, he's got a new report. What's the plan after he finishes there?
I believe it was going to be a dismissal to conclude it. That's what's in my notes.
Yeah, we'll do that. I think the judge wanted to know what was his.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, long-range plan, what's his long-range plan?
I continue to work a full-time job. I'm in the process of looking for a home closer to work. Recently just got married, so everything's going great.
Okay. Now, he's got some old cases here he still needs to take care of. Are you aware of that?
No.
Okay. Well, not that old. 251770 was a July 10th, 2025. It's a Village of Chesapeake.
Oh, that's all together, Your Honor. I didn't know how, yes, those are ones that were with this actual stop.
Oh, okay.
That were
That's
transferred
part
up.
of this too. Okay.
Yes, it's the all same incident.
Okay. I thought maybe it was
I'm sorry.
a different day. So we have to deal with those too. So.
Yes.
Okay, next, when do you want to come back?
Well, we want to come back in May, since he has 2 weeks to push out.
May 29th? You're here then anyway.
I'm not here the 29th, I'm here the 15th, and, yeah, the 15th is the last time I'll be here in May.
Are you sure? I thought we said something for the 29th.
No, I actually have a 3-day adverse possession trial for the 27th, 28th, 29th, after Memorial Day.
Okay, May 15th.
Does that work? Okay.
adverse possession trial.
Yeah, so
Wow. Who's on the other side, Rick Bell?
Randy. It's a wow. It's a trust versus a niece and Dr. Paulus. You're good to go. Just keep bring proof of completion when you come back, okay?
Okay, yeah. Thank you all, thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Brianna Christian, case number CRA 26-135. Mr. Moore, for the case.
Mr. Morford's case, she's at Bethesda.
May I approach you?
Thank you. Babies tomorrow.
It appears we're going through some growing pains.
Okay. Well, I think this is the first report.
It is.
We got stuff to work on. And I don't see any recommendation to take the monitor off.
I know.
Okay. All right, keep that on, keep growing, keep improving, come back in a month or so.
Sounds good.
May 29th.
Good here, Judge.
May 29th, your next hearing. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Get a better report next time, that's the key. Keep progressing, doing better.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Heaven Jordan, case number CRA 25-694, CRA 25-695 CRA 25-213.
Mr. Morford's case.
He does it. I'm good. Just like sir.
This is Ms. Jordan, is that right? Well, is she in treatment?
Yes, I'm at Field of Hope.
In like Pike
It's
County?
Gallia County, yeah, Pike County sentenced me there, and I'm still at Field of Hope there. I have a counselor, she's out in the lobby.
She's got that tampering charge. We'd like to see her be successful in treatment. Do you have a report from them to show us today?
No, she's out in the, her name's Katie out there.
Let's have her come in. What's her name?
Katie.
Katie, please come in the courtroom.
She might be out in the van, but she brought me. She didn't know I didn't know. I do have releases signed with them for your guys' court, so.
So what we would be recommending, if she wanted to clear up some of this today, we'd keep that felony charge pending and end up dismissing it down the road when you're successful in treatment. But we need to have a plea to the theft charge and the criminal trespass charge. If you did those two things, we would delay the sentencing. We'd ask the court to do that and then treat you very nicely if you get through treatment okay.
That's fine. Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, so that's case number, the misdemeanors are 25-695 A and B, and there's a 25-213 also. So that's, well, that, she'd already pled on that. That was a theft offense from April of last year, so a year ago. She pled guilty to a theft offense from Walmart. And it's still has community service and fines on that owed. And then she's got now hanging cases with the felony here.
Oh, I see.
Is another theft offense. And probably trespass, is it? Are they Walmart?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Walmart and criminal trespass.
There she is.
All right.
You can relax.
Yeah.
You said something. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, can you state your name, please?
Yes, my name's Katie Godot.
Katie
Godot.
Godot, okay. And could you tell me your position
I'm a mental health counselor,
at
Field of Hope.
Field of Hope? That's in Gallipolis?
Yeah, in Vinton, but yes.
Oh, Ben, okay. Or Gallipolis,
Right.
as the natives say. They don't say Gallipolis, they say Gallipolis. Okay, can you just verify Miss Jordan is there in your program?
Yes, she is.
And how's she doing?
Doing pretty well, actually, from all reports.
All right. And you transported her?
I did.
So what from Benton County, that's probably an hour?
Not Vinton County, Gallia County, but it's Vinton in Gallia County.
Oh,
Yeah,
so what's
confusing.
that? What's that mean, Benton and Gallia County on?
It's just Vinton.
There's a Vinton County, and then there's Vinton.
There's a little.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, then there's a little bit.
Oh, there's a village in Benton.
Yes,
I did
yes.
not know that.
Yes.
Did not know that, okay. All right, so I'm going to accept your guilty pleas to the misdemeanors that are pending, but
Okay.
I'm not going to sentence you on them. I'm just going to let them pin, and you're going to continue with your treatment. And if you do really well, the felony, the felony is going to get dismissed
Okay.
at some point. And I'll sentence you on the misdemeanors, but I'll give you a much lighter sentence than I would if you mess up with
Right.
complete treatment, okay?
Okay.
So, how much longer, do you have any idea what her timeframe is for completion?
She's in the first phase of treatment right now,
Okay, so it's gonna be a while.
yeah.
Well, rather than drive all the way down here, if you want, as long as she's doing well, appear by teleconference, she can appear by teleconference.
Okay.
And Mr. Cooper can get you the sign-in, log-in information.
Yeah, that would be
And we
great.
have
That would be amazing.
the ability
Yeah.
to do that.
Yes, we do.
Let's make it May 29th. I know we've already scheduled some stuff for you, Mr.
Yes, Judge.
That's the reason why she got it. That's why. Because I had notes for both. Whenever somebody is men, you know, I was looking at them, their name. That's the second time.
So 25-213 is also set for May 29th. There had been a warrant on that, but she missed a review hearing last summer on that one, but we'll put them both together. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do well.
Thank you, Judge.
When are we coming back on that?
May 29th.
State of Ohio recalls Bradley Williams at the Lawrence County Jail. That's number CRB 26128.
I spoke with Shane at Hickory Behavioral Health in Cambridge. They called the jail, got the necessary paperwork they needed from them. They're waiting on a release from Shawnee. And then she said she can speak to the doctor to get the ball rolling, but she had everything she needed other than those papers. That's what they're waiting on.
So will we know something today?
It's not going to be today.
So put it back on the docket for Monday?
That's, his stepdad is here. I think I'm not sure what he wants to do, but if we can put it back on I'll follow up. I'm going to be out of town, but I'll follow up by phone and let you know by message.
What's the state's position?
Well, we want him to be somewhere else besides jail, and this seems like it's at least a a chance. So I don't know if Mr. Baker.
He's right.
He's not. So what do you think? We're trying to find a place for him. It's up in Cambridge, Ohio.
Right, which is fine. I'm concerned about getting them there, but dismissed today.
Well, we're not going to dismiss it today. And they'll get him there. If they can take him, they'll get him there somehow. Okay?
And Monday, if this falls through, because I'm not gonna hold my breath, I can dismiss.
If you want to, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, let's see how this goes. This might be a good thing for him and you. All right, so we're okay with trying to get him into Hickory Ridge?
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
It's Hickory Ridge Behavioral Health Center. Yes, and her name is Shane in admissions. I gave him all the contact information as well, just in case, but I'm going to follow up with her as well.
That's great.
All right, so with Mr. Williams, you have been assessed, and they're in the process of making decisions on whether they would take you for treatment at a place in Cambridge, Ohio, but we don't have the decision yet. They have to talk to some doctors, my understanding, and it's probably not going to happen today. Hopefully it will happen by Monday. So I'm going to put you back on the docket for Monday, and Mr. Morford will be here, and we'll convene again about your case then.
Okay, I don't know why he keeps saying I'm going home with him, or her, my mother, but yeah, I understand, okay.
All right, so
Monday, okay.
we'll see you Monday for a hearing like this, and hopefully we have a place for you to go then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Kimberly Steele at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRB 26209.
Kimberly Steele.
Nobody has contacted me about that. I'm not ready to recall, so I'm not sure what
This is Mr. Morford's case. It's set for pretty strong. Okay, she's the one that was being, and I had texted, okay, I texted Mr. Mint from OVP, and she did respond when we pulled up. Okay, they were going to do, has anybody from OVP talked to you, Ms. Steele?
Yeah, they have, they just want to know, can I be released to their care, the transportation's coming up, yeah, I done talked to them.
Okay, I'll enter an order that you can be released to OVP for
Thank you, sir.
treatment, and then come back. I'm assuming that's going to be inpatient.
Yes, sir.
Let's come back, May 4th.
That's good, Judge.
I'll see you back on May the 4th with an evaluation from OVP.
Is that a 2000 OR line?
Yes, 2000 OR. Released to OVP.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Is that all?
That's all. That's all.
Right.
You're free to go, man.
And we're finished.
That finishes up at the jail.
Which,
James Green, Michelle Moore, Frankie James Green, Michelle Moore. I'll have you in one thing.
State of Ohio versus Angela Spurlock. Case number CRB 181327, CRB 181297, CRB 18558, CRB 15618.
Your Honor, if I may, I have a note, Ms. Spurlock was ordered on 3/20 to do community service before her next hearing, which was 4/20, that she did not appear for, and was continued to today, and she still has not done any community service. She did tell me in the lobby that she has done community service, and that she turned proof in.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't turn proof in. I showed him because the paper wasn't finished yet, and then I moved from Kentucky to West Virginia, and it's in the shuffle. I do have the finished paper. I was doing extra to pay on my fines. He's seen it.
Where'd you do it?
In Kentucky, because I was living in Kentucky.
I told her she can come here and do community service, and I'll guarantee she'll get the credit that she does the hours for.
Yeah, where in Kentucky?
It's at like a park. They do like activities and stuff there. I was cleaning the park and stuff like that. Because I was living in Kentucky with my friend Geneva, I'm sorry, the board.
Well, did Mr. Cooper or somebody tell you that we would accept that?
They said as long as it was non-profit. Because I did it at the Dog Pound in West Virginia for a little bit, you know, they said it's
I
non-profit.
do have some places that I do send people, Your Honor. I was never asked any specific place.
No, I didn't. I just knew he told me non-profit, so I didn't take the call and ask him if it was a non-profit. But I do have the paper. I will bring it to you next time. I moved it and I lost it, but I'll get it.
She
I
did
showed
ask
him.
him for some of our papers that I give to people to get signed, and I told her that I was not going to give her any, she could come here and do her community service.
Okay. You can get double credit if you come here May 2nd.
Okay. That'll go to my fine.
You still have community, I mean.
I've got to find like
still have some
$1,000.
outright community service to do.
I have like 10 days left. I've done 3 or 4 days, and I've started doing more of them, and I finished that whole sheet of paper. Because last time I was here, well, 2 times before, you told me I'd done community service, remember? I showed you the paper? Okay. And I'm gonna start paying my fine. I got a job at Applebee's downtown, Huntington, making 15 an hour, so I can start making payments every 2 weeks.
All right. You have a bond up, so.
Yes, sir.
This is on the sentencing docket, so May 29th will be your next hearing for sentencing.
Okay.
Bring the paper.
No
I'm going to.
warrant issued. We shouldn't have been one issued anyway.
I'm going to bring it.
Initially.
Thank you.
So withdraw any warrant.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
Okay, you too.
State of Ohio, we call Corey Brewer, I can hold him, Your Honor, case number PRC 25-1869. Your Honor, all of his fines will be paid, and he owes some community service, that's it.
Yeah, somebody came in and paid it today. So, got some attention. All right, Mr. Brewer, you got a friend someplace, because somebody came in and paid your fines off. Who did that for you?
Actually, I think it was some of mine was setting up for the 3-day class.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to release you, give you a new review hearing date, Mondays or Fridays.
Whatever's preferred.
June 1st. June 1st will be your next hearing.
What about the next check-in?
That's it, June 1st. You got, so you still have your community service to do, and you got to go to the dip school, prior intervention program. That's what you got left.
I heard you say something on the May 2nd.
May 2nd, you get double credit. Come here at 7:30, get 2 days credit for doing 1 day. Pretty good deal.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Finally, I'm never saying again, this looks like an easy document. That's a curse. There's some